Welcome to the Perfect Payroll Management System, an efficient payroll platform designed to automate salary calculations, manage tax deductions, process bonuses, and ensure accurate and secure payroll processing. The system simplifies payroll management while ensuring employees are paid correctly and on time. In this video, we will walk through how the payroll system works and how payroll officers can process salaries from start to finish. When you launch the system, you will be met with a dashboard with a monthly chart of all payments, helping you monitor payroll trends, monthly expenses, and overall salary distribution. The dashboard shows the number of employees, the number of eligible employees to be included in the next payroll cycle, the number of pending claim requests, and the number of active loans. Managing employees. You can add and view all employees with this tab. Payroll officers can use this tab to view all payments that have been made for an employee and view attendance for that employee. This tab also allows payroll officers to process staff payments outside the normal payroll cycle. This is useful for situations such as advance payments, correction payments, contractor payments, or one-time reimbursements. To do this, click on the Pay button. You can select from reusable templates or add earnings and deduction payment items. While you can pay employees individually, you would typically make salary payments via automated payroll. For an employee to be eligible for payroll, they must have an active pay assignment. Pay assignments. A pay assignment defines how an employee should be paid. It contains the salary rate, the salary unit, the payment structure, and the rules used to calculate their salary for a given period. Over the course of employment, an employee may have several pay assignments. For example, if an employee is promoted or their salary structure changes, a new pay assignment can be created while the previous one is preserved for historical reference. To create a pay assignment, click on the New Pay Assignment button. Enter the effective from date and optionally set an effective to date if the assignment should expire. If the assignment is still active, the effective to date can be left empty. Next, enter the salary rate and select the salary unit. Employees may be paid monthly, daily, or hourly, depending on their employment arrangement. You can also enter notes describing the assignment, such as promoted to senior manager or contract renewal. After that, select a payment template. Payment templates. Payment templates define the salary structure that will be used during payroll calculations. Instead of manually defining earnings and deductions for every employee, templates allow organizations to standardize payroll structures. These templates are built from payment items. Payment items. Payment items are the individual components that make up a salary calculation. They can represent earnings such as basic salary, housing allowance, transport allowance, overtime, commissions, or bonuses. They can also represent deductions such as income tax, pension contributions, Social Security, insurance, or loan repayments. Each payment item can be calculated in different ways. It may be a fixed amount, a percentage of salary, a formula, or a value calculated using tax rules. By combining these items inside a template, payroll structures can be reused across many employees while maintaining consistency. If necessary, specific payment items can be overridden for an individual employee. For example, an employee may receive a higher transport allowance than others using the same template. Once the pay assignment is saved, click on the employee and select that pay assignment for the employee. Once selected and its effective dates are valid, the employee automatically becomes eligible for upcoming pay runs. If an employee resigns, the effective to date of the pay assignment should be updated so the system knows the assignment is no longer active, and the employee will no longer be included in future pay runs. If an employee is promoted or their salary changes, simply add a new pay assignment. This will terminate the previous pay assignment by setting its effective to date and create a new assignment for the new role or salary. This keeps a full historical record of salary changes over time. The pay run. At the heart of the Perfect Payroll Management System is the concept of a pay run. A pay run represents a payroll cycle. It is the process of calculating and paying salaries for employees for a specific payroll period. Each time payroll needs to be processed, a new pay run is created. To begin a payroll cycle, simply click the Create Pay Run button. The system creates a payroll period with a start date and an end date, usually covering the full month. When the pay run is created, it starts in draft status, which means payroll can still be reviewed and adjusted before it is finalized. When a pay run is opened, the system calculates payroll statistics and identifies all eligible employees for that payroll period. It checks who has already been added to the pay run, who is still missing, the total payroll amount so far, and the amount already paid. Payroll officers can add eligible employees to the pay run individually or add all missing employees at once. When an employee is added to the pay run, the system creates a payroll record for that employee for that specific payroll period. This record stores the employee's earnings, deductions, salary rate, worked units, and payment details. The next step is determining how much each employee should be paid. Each pay assignment includes a salary unit, which can be month, day, or hour. For monthly employees, the system assumes one worked unit for the payroll period. For daily employees, the system counts the number of attendance days recorded during the payroll period. For hourly employees, the system calculates the total hours worked based on attendance records. Inside the pay run, payroll officers can also click the attendance button to open the attendance timeline for that payroll period. This allows payroll staff to review attendance records for employees within the exact pay run dates. The timeline shows when employees clocked in, when they clocked out, and the number of hours worked. This helps payroll officers verify attendance data before payroll is finalized. If attendance data needs adjustment, the number of worked units can also be edited manually inside the pay run. Before finalizing payroll, the payroll officer can click Preview Payments. During preview, the system prepares payroll for each employee. It loads the employee's payment template, copies all earnings and deductions from that template, applies any employee-specific overrides, adds the base salary, calculates earnings first, and then calculates deductions such as tax, pension, and other payroll deductions. Taxes are calculated using configured tax schemes and tax bands. Tax schemes. A tax scheme defines how a specific tax should be calculated. Different tax schemes can be used for different deductions such as income tax, Social Security, pension contributions, or local taxes. Some taxes use a flat rate percentage, while others follow progressive taxation rules. For progressive taxes, the system uses tax bands. Tax bands. Tax bands define how different portions of income are taxed at different rates. For example, the first portion of income may be taxed at a lower rate, while higher portions of income are taxed at higher rates. The payroll engine automatically applies these bands during salary calculations to ensure accurate tax deductions. The preview screen shows a full breakdown of each employee's payroll, including earnings, deductions, gross pay, total deductions, and net pay. This allows payroll officers to review payroll before it is finalized. While the pay run remains in draft status, adjustments can still be made. Payroll officers can add extra earnings or deductions, override calculated values, adjust worked hours, or add one-time bonuses. The system clearly distinguishes between calculated items and manually adjusted items to maintain transparency and audit history. Managing loans. The Loans tab provides a complete overview of staff loans and salary advances. It shows the original loan amount, the remaining balance, and the repayment status. These loan records are automatically connected to payroll deductions during pay run calculations. To add a new loan, click the Add button, select the type, salary advance or loan, select the staff member, enter the amount, choose the repayment method, fixed amount or percentage of salary, and enter the repayment value. Another important feature during payroll preview is automatic loan repayment handling. If an employee has an active loan recorded in the system, the payroll engine checks whether a repayment is due. If so, a loan repayment deduction is automatically added to the employee's payroll. Loan repayments can be calculated as a fixed amount or as a percentage of salary. The system ensures that repayments never exceed the remaining loan balance and updates the loan record when payments are processed. Processing a pay run. Once payroll has been reviewed and verified, the payroll officer can click Post Pay Run. Posting a pay run finalizes the payroll calculations. The system saves each employee's salary record, records the posting date and user, and changes the pay run status from draft to posted. At this point, payroll calculations can no longer be changed, and the system moves into the payment stage. After posting, employees can be paid either in batch or individually. Payroll officers can also open an individual employee salary record and process payment for that employee alone. The system supports both full payments and partial payments. Each payment updates the amount paid, remaining balance, payment date, and payment history. Using the Pay All Salaries option, the system marks all unpaid salaries in that pay run as paid. If the payroll includes a loan repayment deduction, the system automatically reduces the employee's loan balance and records the repayment in the loan record. If the loan balance reaches zero, the loan is marked as completed. After payment is recorded, the system automatically generates a payslip. Payslips. A payslip is the salary statement for the employee and includes employee details, payroll period, earnings breakdown, deductions breakdown, gross pay, total deductions, and net pay. Payslips are generated directly from payroll records to ensure they always match the exact payment details. Employee Dashboard. Employees can log into their dashboard, open the earnings section, and view their payroll records. From there, they can open their payment record and download or print their payslip whenever needed. They can also view their attendance, including sign-in and sign-out records, update their bank details, log claim requests, view approvals and payments, and raise leave and holiday requests. Managing claims. The Claims tab in the Employee Dashboard allows employees to submit reimbursement requests for expenses such as transportation or work-related purchases. Payroll officers can review these claims in the General Claims tab and pay them directly from the system. When a claim is paid, the system creates a reimbursement payment record linked to that employee. This brings us to the end of this short demonstration of the payroll workflow. From setting up pay assignments and defining salary structures, to creating pay runs, reviewing calculations, applying taxes and deductions, managing loans and claims, and finally processing payments and generating payslips. The system ensures that every step is accurate, traceable, and easy to manage, giving payroll officers full visibility and control throughout the entire process. With the Perfect Payroll Management System, you can manage employee records and claim requests, manage earnings, deductions, tax schemes, tax bands, and payroll calculations, generate payslips, reports, and statutory payroll filings to ensure compliance and transparency. Use flexible payment templates to manage payments and pay runs accurately, work offline, online, and across all devices. So sign up now and make your payroll transparent and easy to manage.